How's it going? Today I want to talk about how I assembled this platform bed frame. Now this platform bed frame has this nice headboard. It's got some metal pieces and it has these wood slats. The great thing about it is you do not need a box spring for this. You can put your mattress directly on top of these slats. For the first step, you're going to take everything out of the box and you want the headboard to be face down. Now, if you want, you can put like a sheet or something to kind of protect this, but it does clean up easy, so it's not too big a deal. You take the E4 pieces, those are the legs, and you want to put those all the way to the highest setting. Now you can have it on the lower setting, that'll just make it a little bit taller than I have here. You take the P bolts along with the T washers and you just bolt them in place. This does come with an Allen wrench, but I prefer to use a drill just to speed things up a little bit. Next, you're gonna put this H bar on. This H bar is basically just a brace piece for the headboard legs, and you're going to use the R bolts to attach that in place. Next is the most difficult part of this entire build. So you have to make the rails. Those are the D pieces. You're going to put the O1 and the O2 brackets on the D piece. One way to remember how to do this properly is to align the D pieces the way they are in the instructions, and then wherever the Velcro spot is on the piece of wood that's on your rail, make sure the half circle part is away from that Velcro piece. That means you're going to have that oriented correctly, and you do want to make sure that you have it the way that it's shown, because one's going to be one leg and one's going to be the other leg. After you get those two attached with the L bracket and the S bolts, you're going to screw the feet on. The feet go on pretty easy. You just twist the little foot on. After you have the rails and the foot attached, you're going to put in the R bolts. I just thread them in a little bit of the way on the legs of the headboard, and then you take your rails that you just assembled and you just kind of hook it on in place, and then you just thread down those bolts to tighten it. Next, you're going to flip to the footer of the bed frame. That's piece B. And you're going to do the same thing where you put the bolts on piece B first. Then you can just pull that piece B onto the hooks and then lock it down in place. Moving on, we're going to have the middle rail piece. So the middle rail has two pieces. Those are piece I. And to make sure you know which way goes up, it has the foam on top, and that's going to be for the wood slats. You want that upwards, and then you have the K piece, and the K piece is the center brace leg. I like to do this on the side rather than trying to hold either end up at the same time. It's a little bit easier. Once you have that long run assembled and attached, you're going to grab the S bolts. Now the S bolts, again, you can put into the front bracket here and the footer first, and then you can easily kind of hook those in place and then tighten them down. The last piece as far as the frame goes is going to be this cross member. This is piece J. Piece J gets bolted down with bolt P in the center and then bolts Q on either end. And for our final step, we're actually going to lay down these wooden slats. Now these have Velcro pieces, so I just like to line up one of the corners first and then the ends, and then I just slowly start working my way down and kind of pressing them in place so they stay nice and secure. Once again, it's a really nice bed frame. It has a pretty cool little design here, and then it has the ability to just put the mattress directly on top, so it's very convenient, and there's not that many pieces, so if you did have to take it apart and move it, it'd be pretty simple to do that as well.